other players as well. And I understand the context in which we do that, and we make heroes out of ball players. Here's someone who to me is a hero. His name is Kevin Zelko. I read this story about him yesterday. He's a 38-year-old special education teacher. Okay? Right. Maybe I have a special place in my heart for teachers because my mom taught third grade for 25 years. One way or another, we pay our teachers so well in our society.
We certainly do.
That in his spare time, he's a beer vendor at Seahawks games. So that's how much money he makes as a teacher. So he sells beer at playoff games. So he makes so much money, unexpectedly so much money in tips at this one playoff game against the Saints, that what did he decide to do with that money? Now you might think, here's a guy who makes extra money, put it in the bank, go out and buy yourself something.
Right.
He decided that because some of the students that he teaches, they had Spirit Day at the school where he teaches, and all the students were encouraged to wear Seahawks jerseys.
Right.
But many of the kids he taught or teaches couldn't afford to buy them. So he took the extra money and he spent it to buy Seahawks jerseys for the kids that he teaches in his class who couldn't afford to buy them on his own. He took the fundraiser online. He originally planned just to buy jerseys for 10 to 15 kids with his tips from the playoffs, as well as donations from friends and family. But he took the fundraiser online once a friend recommended he use the website GoFundMe.
Right.
The campaign gained momentum as his story was picked up by the media. Eventually, he and other faculty from the school decided to try to raise money to buy all 447 students at the school a jersey for the Seahawks as they go to the Super Bowl. The fundraiser got a big boost from a $9,000 donation from an investment manager who heard about it in a radio interview. Ultimately, the campaign reached just under $25,000. Any surplus donations, Zelko says, will be donated to the school for tutoring services for English language learners and supplies for the school's technology department. So this starts because a guy who was a teacher, and again, makes so little money as a teacher that he's got to supplement his income selling beer at the stadium on weekends, because he made extra money in tips, decided to buy a bunch of his students Super Bowl jerseys because they couldn't afford them. It turns into something bigger and better. To me, this guy, I salute Kevin Zelko, a 38-year-old special education teacher in Seattle.
He's teaching more than what he does in his classroom, that's for sure.
Wasn't that a great story? I read that yesterday. I was just like, this guy deserves some time on the radio.
And I'm glad other people jumped in to help the cause as well and donated so all the kids could get jerseys. It's a cool thing. You're right. There's not enough of those stories that are being told out there.
Yeah. We try and tell lately, I want to try and make a concerted effort to tell good stories about stuff that athletes do. And there are so many of those.
Way more good stories from athletes than bad stories, but the bad ones we don't always grab the headlines.
But then there's things like that that just, again, here's a guy who makes so little money, he's got to go supplement his income with this, and then when he gets the money, well, what the hell goes on?
There's so many great stories of teachers sacrificing for their students, and I mean, they're teaching. They're doing more than just teaching their classes, that's for sure.
That guy to me is a hero. All right, coming up next here,